Good morning. Today we're going to take a look at creating our part for cutting on the CNC mill for our iPad 4 amplifier. I'm going to start with New, Standard IPT, and click Create. Begin with the 2D sketch from our ribbon and place that on our XY plane. I'm going to click Front View to zoom out. I'm going to begin with a rectangle from my origin and stretch this out. Our initial workpiece is 8 inches horizontal and 3.5 inches vertical dimension. Press Enter on the keyboard. Next we're going to finish sketch. We're going to extrude direction number 2, and I want to extrude a distance of 1.5, which is 1.5 inches. Click OK. Next I'm going to go home, place a 2D sketch on your front view, and I'm going to take and begin with a line tool. Zoom all. Begin with my line tool. Starting on my bottom edge of the work surface, when it highlights, I'm going to come up with an angle line. I'm going to come across with a straight line. Make sure you have that object snap there that shows that you're going horizontal. And I'm going to come straight down and back to that bottom edge of my work surface, or my workpiece. I'm going to enter another line, and I want to go from the bottom edge where we left off, make sure you get a green dot, to the point where we began, make sure you get a green dot to close that area off. Press the escape key. Next we have to place dimensions on here to locate this, so I'm going to go from the edge of my workpiece to the point of this area here. Bring this down. This is going to be a 1/2 inch, which is 0.5. I also need to dimension from the end of this opening. This is going to be 7 inches. I'm also need to take and dimension this top line. This is 1 3/4 inch, 1.75. And lastly, I need to take and dimension from the top to the bottom here, and this is going to be 1.63 inches. And click the green check mark. With that drawing sketched and dimensioned, I'm going to finish sketch. I'm going to extrude, select this area here. I want to choose my cut tool, which is the second button down, and I want to cut a distance of 1 inch, and click OK. Next I'm going to take a 2D sketch, place it on my top view, my front view again, zoom all, and I'm going to take a rectangle. I'm going to start in my corner here, make sure I'm getting a green dot, and come across, and I want to be 1.75, which is 1 3/4 inch. Press the tab key, and I want to be a vertical dimension of 0.63. Press Enter on the keyboard. With that part drawn, that rectangle drawn, I'm going to finish sketch. I'm going to click Extrude. I want to extrude and cut. And I want to cut a distance of 3/4 inch, which is 0.75, and click OK. There I have the bottom part of my iPad amplifier. This is the base. So then I'm going to take and go home. I want to go up to the orange capital letter I. I'm going to save as. I want to make sure I'm going to my H drive, which is first initial last name 000. You can select that from the pull down menu right here. And then I'm going to call this my last name, or you can type your first name in. And this is my name, and then iPad 4 amplifier, and I'm going to call this base, and click Save. Next we're going to take and run our tool paths. So above our ribbon bar there's these tabs up here. I want to find the tab that says Cam, and I want to set this job up. I'm going to go to my work coordinate system. Once again, I'm working these tabs top to bottom, and then my tabs I'm going to go left to right. So I'm going to go to my work coordinate system, and the origin, where it says stock box point, I'm going to change it to model origin. Next, I'm going to set up my workpiece. This should all be correct. 1.5 you want to make sure is your thickness. And my post-process comment, I'm going to type in my name. iPad 4 amplifier base, and click OK. Next, I'm going to go to my 2D milling area. I'm going to select 2D pocket. The first thing I want to do is select my tool. Here we're going to take and scroll down, and I want to go to find sample tools inch. In my sample tools inch, I'm going to scroll down, and I want to find my 1/4 inch flat end mill. Out of all the 1/4 inch flat end mills that are here, we're going to choose the bottom one and click select. Next, we're going to choose our geometry. I'm going to go to the next tab over, which is my geometry tab. And I'm going to take and click the bottom corner in order to rotate this up. I could also use my rotate tool and rotate this part around so I can see both of those surfaces that we're going to cut. And I'm going to select this bottom area here and the bottom area of my base. Once that's done, I'm going to choose my heights. My clearance height I'm going to change to stock top, and my clearance offset is going to be 0.2. Retract height should be the same, but let's check to make sure it's stock top and 0.2. And my feed height I'm going to change to stock top with an offset of 0.2. Since we're cutting pretty deep here, I'm going to check multiple depths, and I want to change my maximum roughing step down, and I want to change this to 0.25, which is 1/4 inch. And down here at the bottom where it says stock to leave, I'm going to uncheck that to make sure we're cutting right to the area of our part. Next, we're going over to our linking parameters. Here I'm going to change the lead in and lead out transitions. I'm going to deselect the lead in, deselect the lead out. And my ramp style I'm going to change from helix to plunge. And then click OK. It's going to process your part and put your tool paths on here. Once this is done and created, I'm going to click Simulate from the top ribbon bar at the top and click Play. Once this finishes showing you how it's going to cut your part out, click Close, and then I'm going to select Post Process from the top. Once again, I want to have 1_Butler MS Techno Easel. If that doesn't come up as the default, if you go this pull down menu here, it should be the one that's sitting on the top. I also want to choose the area we're going to save this to. I want to make sure this is going to my H drive, first initial last name 000, and click Open. For my program comment, I'm going to type in your name and then iPad 4 amplifier base and click Post. For the last time, I'm going to type in again iPad 4 amplifier base with your name in the front and click Save. Once we get to our file editor here for our M&G codes, we're going to take and X this out, and I'm going to go up to my orange capital letter I. I'm going to save as. We're going to save to update this part, and then I'm going to X out of Master Inventor, and I'm going to go to the CNC Mill, go to Translate Execute, My H drive should automatically pop up. First initial last name 000. If it doesn't, you should find it on the side here. I'm going to select my iPad amplifier base and select Open. Click OK. I'm going to select Preview. You're going to type the letter S and then F on the keyboard. Once you have that done, you're going to stop right here, call your teacher over so that they can take a look at your part on the screen and help you prepare to cut it. Good job. Go get your teacher as your next step.